The following video is sponsored in part by Smudgy Games. Visit www.smudgygames.com to check their site out. They sell a variety of Pokemon related stuff such as plushies, beanies, and Pokemon crate boxes. The links to their site will be in the description. And don't forget to enter Tesla at checkout. That's TELSA in all lowercase letters. SmudgyGames.com. Check them out. What is going on, Mousetrap? It is a Tesla here being an RU tier Wi-Fi battle against Shinypoacher, a viewer on my stream. Before we begin though, I'd like to apologize for not having a video up in like 3 or 4 days. There's been a lot of drama going on lately. It was just a big mess and I had to sort it out and I couldn't focus on uploading video. Hell, I couldn't even focus on Pokemon to be honest. So that's why there was nothing uploaded and I do apologize for that. But hopefully you guys enjoy this nice RU tier Wi-Fi battle. It's actually going to be pretty long, I believe. We're taking on Shinypoacher is actually using a team that apparently Pokeaim ran. So this is a Pokeaim team that we were versing, and right off the bat, I do feel very threatened by it because Pokeaim is a really good battler. I don't know him, I don't really watch his stuff, but I do know he's a fantastic battler and a good team builder, so yeah, it's going to be a feather in the cap. I can pull off a win here, right? Well, my opponent has Registeel, Venusaur, Dugtrio, Alomomola, Auroras, and Togetic. This battle is obviously taking place, or this battle obviously took place a few weeks back, maybe even a month or so back. I don't really remember when, but regardless, it did take place quite a while ago actually. He's got that Dugtrio Alomomola core basically going on, so Dugtrio can trap the checks and counters that Alomomola would be threatened by, such as Jolteon, Magneton, and so forth. Dugtrio has a great Pokemon Arena Trap. Basically makes it so you cannot switch out unless your Pokemon is levitating or flying. It's basically a Shadow type, but for ground types. And then got that Auroras, with that fucking Refrigerate, basically turning any normal type attack into an Ice type attack, giving it a 30% extra boost. He's got Togetic as a Defogger. He's got Venusaur just as a very bulky Mon. And he's got Registeel basically set up rocks, get a T-Wave off, maybe even do a Curse Rest Talk set. But we're gonna find out what he's got planned for us. Because we're going to bring our Jolteon here, basically deal with the Alomomola. That'll be key for that. Blastoise can actually get a Toxic off on the Alomomola itself and put it on a timer and force him to switch out instead of Wish Passing crazily. We have Dragon to set up rocks to get a Glare off and paralyze stuff that may switch in. We have Drapion basically to taunt stuff such as taunting the Venusaur, preventing it from going for Synthesis, taunting the Registeel, preventing it to go for a Thunder Wave, and Stealth Pro. Taunting Alomomola and Togetic, because they can't go for Toxic or Wish. Not that you would actually try a Toxic or Drapion though. We have Stigleth as my special sweeper, get a Calm Mind up. This is a Life Orb Calm Mind set with Psyshock, E-Ball, Roost, and Calm Mind. So if we can get a few Calm Minds up, we can basically take care of anything really. The only thing that's really threatening me right now is his Registeel, because you don't want Stigleth to be paralyzed here. And we got Dugtrio basically Arena Trap the Registeel if all goes well. So let's get right into the battle, guys, against Shinypoacher in this fantastic RU battle. It's going to be a pretty big long one, so I would highly recommend you guys grab yourself a drink and enjoy this battle. So I'll see you when the battle starts. I'm going to lead off with Jolteon. My opponent's going to lead off with Registeel. I was worried that he was going to start with Dugtrio or switch into it, but went for the Volt Switch anyways for the safe play. Volt Switch is going to basically do about 25% to Registeel, quick critical hit, even Life Orb, which is very insane, which shows how bulky Registeel is. So my Jolteon is going to get withdrawn, and I'm going to send out Whack-A-Mole here, thinking that I'm really intelligent, basically able to Arena Trap the Registeel. He does go for a Toxic though, but I'm going to try to go for Earthquake, and he switches out, which tells me this is a Shed Shell Registeel, which is very unfortunate. My Dugtrio goes for Earthquake. Does minimal damage to Alomomola. I'm going to hard switch Dugtrio out, expecting a Skull. I'm going to go right to Sigilif. And I really want Sigilif to get burned from the Skull, because I don't want Sigilif to take a T-Wave from Registeel if it's carrying that. So out comes Sigilif. My opponent goes to a Skull. It does about 10% to the Sigilif, no burn though. And he's going to Toxic the Sigilif. Now I'm not sure what he was going for with that. E-Ball is not going to kill Elmola even with the Life Orb. So he goes to a Toxic. I guess he was expecting a switch in like Jolteon or something, or maybe even Blastoise. I'm going to hard switch Sigil. I'm going to go in Righteous to Blastoise here. And my opponent is going to go for a Protect to see what else I'm going to do. So his Elmola gets some leftovers recovery. I'm going to hard switch Blastoise back out and go right back on the Sigil in case he wants to go for a Toxic. He's actually going to hard switch the Elmola out and go into Venusaur. Now, I'm going to go for a Side Shock here. I kind of figured he would not leave the Venusaur in on a Side Shock, but I just want to get damage off on anything that's sent out. And out comes a Registeel. So Side Shock is going to do like no damage to it because Registeel is really defensive and Side Shock is resisted. I'm going to try to set a Calm Mind with Sigilif here. It gets a +1 special attack and special defense. And my opponent does set Rocks. Now, I'm going to go for a Side Shock here just to get chip damage on anything that switches in. And he makes a really big mistake here, with all due respect to him. And switches into his Dugtrio, which gets obliterated by the Side Shock. Now, I get what he was trying to do with this. He probably figured I was going to switch in or keep setting up Calm Minds and maybe wanted to go for like a Stone Edge on my Sigil or something. But sadly, that is not the case for him. Energy Ball does like 95% to him. I did the Calyx. It said it had like 56.3% chance of one-hit KO the ORAS of Energy Ball. But sadly, the rolls are just not in my favor there. So Sigil unfortunately paid the price. Out comes Righteous to Blastoise. My opponent's going to hard switch his ORAS out and go right into Venusaur as I do go for a Rapid Spin and to clear away the rocks. I'm obviously not going to keep Blastoise in on a Venusaur. That would just be weird and a bad move. So I'm going to switch my Blastoise out. I'm going to go right into my Crayola the Druddigon here. See if he'll go for like a Giga Drain or Energy Ball or something. And he goes for a knockoff. He basically takes off my Druddigon's passive recovery, which is very unfortunate for me. He takes a rough skin damage though. But he's going to hit a Black Sludge, and it's not really going to matter in the end. I go for a Glare in case he switches into Registeel or something. He switches into his Togetic, which is going to get paralyzed. It's fine though. I mean, I'm glad Togetic got paralyzed. Not that it will really matter later on. I'm going to switch Crayola the Dragon out. I'm going to go right back to my Jolteon. He's going to go for a Dazzling Gleam and basically do a lot of damage to Jolteon. I'm going to go for a Volt Switch, predicting him to switch out and go into Venusaur. He does not. He makes a risky play, staying in, potentially risking a T-Bolt KO. And I do get my Drapion out, and, well, I got a plan B for this. Because I can just go for a knockoff. Either, worst case scenario, he stays on Togetic, and I knock off his Eviolite. Best case scenario, he switches into something that doesn't want to lose their item, I just knock it off. Like this Registeel, for instance. Registeel switches in and loses Shed Shell, thanks to knockoff. Drapion gets healed with Black Sludge. I'm going to go for a Taunt on the Registeel in case he wants to go for like T-Wave or a Stealth Rocks, but he switches into Elmola instead. And that, that's fine and all. I mean, I can stop Elmola from going for Protect, Wish, and Toxic. I'm going to go for a knockoff here. I probably shouldn't have did that as I risked Drapion getting burned, but I just want to get rid of the leftovers recovery. He goes to a Skull, and doesn't really do anything to Drapion. I'm going to hard switch Drapion out and go right into Crayola the Druddigon, because I honestly don't care if Druddigon gets burned. It's really not meant to deal too much damage. He goes to a Skull, doesn't burn. His Wish, he gets a Wish Shot because his Taunt wears off, which is unfortunate for me. I went for Stealth Rocks. I'm going to go for Roar here in case he switches out. But he's actually going to stay in and basically try to talk to my Druddigon. Thus, his Togetic got a free Wish Pass and will get all his HP recovered, which is really unfortunate. So he goes to a Heal Bell. I'm going to go for a Roar again. I don't know why I went for a Roar a second time, but I did. And he's going to withdraw, or he's going to go right into Elmola. And I just don't know what to do at this point. So I'm going to withdraw Crayola. I'm going to go back into Righteous here. And this is going to be like a Switch Fest too. He goes to a Toxic. And the reason why I don't have a Cleric on my team, which is very unfortunate. I can't just Heal Bell away the Toxic. I can't Wish Pass. But I'm going to go for a Toxic, or I'm going to switch Blastoise out myself and go to Jolteon, expecting a possible Protect. And my opponent is going to go for a Wish. So I'm trying to figure out what to do here. I don't want Jolteon to take too much chip damage, because it's going to take enough damage on Life Orb anyways. So Elmola gets Wish restored. He stays on a gap with Elmola on a Volt Switch. Like, he did have Togetic, then he did with the Elmola. Eventually risked his Staller, basically. So he's going for a Toxic. Righteous Blastoise is already poisoned enough, and Blastoise is now out. I believe I go for an Ice Beam here. Expect a Venusaur switch. But he does not switch out, and I'm like, oh my god, what are you doing? But he gets frozen and thugs! out first turn. Like, what? Why can't I get lucky and have that happen when my Pokemon get frozen? He goes to a Wish, and I'm like, oh god, he's just gonna keep Wish passing and whatnot. So I go for a Scald, and he's gonna go for a Scald back to my Blastoise. You can't really do much with each other, but 1v1, Elmo will just destroy Blastoise because of the Toxic Stall. There's no other way around it. So Blastoise gets healed leftovers, and it's gonna take some poison damage, and he's gonna withdraw his Elmola, and he's gonna go into Registeel, as I do go for a Scald, I believe. He takes some Rock damage. No, I go for a Toxic actually, so that's a really good move on his part to switch on a Registeel, I have to say. So Blastoise is gonna get hurt by Toxic damage, and Blastoise is gonna go for a Scald, and almost knocked out the Registeel, but Registeel goes to Rest. I'm like, oh, are you fucking kidding me? This is a Rest set too. It's got Stealth Rocks, it's got Rest, it's got Toxic. There's no killing this thing. So Blastoise is basically losing health. He's gonna withdraw his Registeel and go into Togetic. I believe I go for a Rapid Spin. No, I go for Toxic. I don't think rocks are up on my side of the field. Yeah. So Blastoise just takes some more poison damage, and Blastoise faints. So I have to hope that he doesn't get rocks up again. I don't really know what to switch in. So I'm going to Jolteon here. And I'm going to go for a Volt Switch, and he stays in again, but fortunately the Togetic does faint. So that's okay then. At least Togetic was in the range where a Volt Switch would knock it out. I'm going to switch into Drapion here. I get some free Black Sludge recovery, because it switches in at the end of the turn. And my opponent's going to go into Alomola itself. Take rocks damage. I'm going to withdraw Drapion. I'm going to go right into Crayola the Drotagon. I honestly have no idea why I did that. I guess I didn't want Jolteon to take a Scald, because that would have been really bad. It goes with Scald and burns my Drotagon, which, you know, I'm fine with, because I don't really need the Drotagon for attacking. So he goes to a Scald again on my Drotagon, and I'm going to go for a Glare to hopefully paralyze that Alomola. Now that he does not have Togetic alive anymore, he can't heal that away the paralysis. Out comes Venusaur, gonna take some rocks damage from my Drotagon, as my Drotagon does go for a Roar. Gets the Venusaur out, and in comes Registeel. Registeel takes very little damage from rocks, and Drotagon's just suffering from burn. He's gonna withdraw his Registeel and go into Alomola. Basically, get some rocks damage and get the Regenerator going. As I do switch on my Drotagon as well, and go to Dugtrio. So he switches in his Alomola, predicting that, which is really good on his part. Now I'm gonna go for Earthquake. Basically, I just want to sack off the Dugtrio. It goes to a Scald. It almost knocks out the Dugtrio, but the poison is gonna knock him down to 1 HP. He's gonna go for Protect, basically stall the rest of the Dugtrio's health, and Dugtrio is going to faint. So, rip. So now I'm like, oh god, Dugtrio is gone, so I don't really got anything to deal with this Registeel. I'm gonna go into Jolteon here. He's going to withdraw his Alomola and go right into Aurora, so basically sack it off. I do, I believe, go for a Thunderbolt or Volt Switch. No, he switches into Rocks and basically stacks off to see what I'm going to do. I did go for a Volt Switch, or I attempted to. Then I go for a Venusaur. Venusaur's going to take the Stealth Rock damage. I'm a hard switch Jolteon, and I'm going to go for Volt Switch, because I don't want Jolteon to take damage from Life Orb, because I want Jolteon as healthy as possible for that final blow on the Alomola. I switch into Drapion. And I'm really hoping in my head that he does not have Earthquake on this Venusaur. He hard switches the Venusaur out and goes into Registeel here. And it's going to take some damage from Stealth Rocks. As my Drapion does go for a Taunt. So now if he has Rest Talk, he can't really use it. Not that it really matters, because it would be pointless to have Rest Talk at this stage. Go for a Knockoff. And Registeel's just taking a nap right there. So Drapion gets hit with Black Sludge. I'm going to go for another Knockoff again. And he's going to stay asleep, basically. And Drapion's going to get healed with the Black Sludge. His Taunt wears out. I'm going to go for Taunt again. In case he decides to wake up, we go for Stealth Rocks. He goes to a Seismic Toss instead. 1v1, basically Registeel just destroyed my Drapion. So his full moveset is Stealth Rocks, Rest, Seismic Toss, and Toxic. He goes to get another Seismic Toss on the Drapion, which knocks it down to 12 HP. And I'm going to switch Drapion out, and I'm going to go right into Crayola the Drotagon here. And the problem here is that, well, the problem here is that the taunt will wear off on Registeel. So he goes with a Seismic Toss. The Seismic Toss will connect the Drotagon, thus giving it rough skin damage. His taunt wears off. I get into Jolteon. This Volt Switch should take it out this range, I'm hoping, and yes it does with a critical hit. Second critical hit Volt Switch from Jolteon on the Registeel. So Yeah, I don't really want to keep, attacking the Jolteon until I feel absolutely comfortable with it, because I don't want to keep taking the Life Orb recoil. Jolteon is what I need to take care of this Elemola. So Elemola comes in, takes some damage from rocks. I go for a Cross Poison. He's fully paralyzed. I hate to think RNG got for this, but I really needed that to happen. I'm going to keep going for Cross Poisons. My opponent goes for Scald, and unfortunately Drapion does not get burned. So the one mon that I don't want to get burned does not get burned, which is a very big it's something I'm not used to, because I'm used to being screwed over by RNG so much. So he's switching into Venusaur now as I go for a Cross Poison and trying to take out his Elemola. Out comes the Venusaur. Cross Poison is going to do some decent damage to it, and Drapion's going to get healed with Black Sludge, as is Venusaur. Then I go for a knockoff just to get rid of that passive recovery that Venusaur has. And he goes for a Synthesis. I'm like, fuck my life, man. So Drapion gets healed with Black Sludge, and I'm going to go for a Cross Poison, trying to get as much damage off on the Venusaur as possible. He goes to the knockoff, just knocks out my Drapion's passive recovery. I mean, it's cool. And I go for a Taunt, just to stop the possible Synthesis, and I do just that. So Venusaur gets withdrawn, in comes Elemola, some round damage, and I do go for another Cross Poison. Basically, he is kind of screwed here. Go for another Cross Poison, his Elemola is paralyzed, and he's going to withdraw his Elemola, go into Venusaur, and he pretty much figured out that he had no chance to win. I can just outspeed and keep going for Cross Poison and knockoff. Cross Poison is going to finish off the Venusaur, and once Elemola comes in as his final Pokemon, he's going to take some self damage, and I'm going to taunt him in case he survives the Cross Poison and goes for a Wish or something. I go for another Cross Poison, and a critical hit is going to nail Elemola, and that is GG. So it was a very, very stressful match. A lot of switches. That low roll from on my Sigilyph made so I couldn't sweep him with it. And it was like a 56.3% chance of one-hit KO the ORAS at that range. But I guess that was to be expected. The difference between being able to one-hit KO and not wasn't really that marginal. But I'm just really happy that Drapion didn't get burned, because that was key in the battle. Jolteon definitely wouldn't have been able to take out Venusaur on its own. So yeah, I preserved the Drapion for the Venusaur, really. Preserved the Jolteon for the Elemola. Fortunately, I did stack up the Togetic, which really worked out in my favor. And I feel like we both made some good plays. We both also made some odd plays. But either way, it was a fantastic battle. So good game, Shinypoacher. Thank you so much for the battle, dude. I really do appreciate it. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more fantastic one-for-one action. And I will catch you on the flip side. And remember, stay salty, Rage Squares. Stay salty. Woo-woo.